TurboTax has partnered with the IRS to help speed up the delivery of stimulus payments to people who aren't required to file tax returns, the company announced in a press release on Saturday morning. The tax preparation company now has a stimulus registration page where low-income Americans can submit their direct deposit information or mailing address to receive their stimulus payment. The product is free to use and includes a stimulus payment calculator to find out exactly how much you're getting. There are as many as 10 million Americans who are not required to file a tax return, the company said. Because the IRS will use the federal tax return to determine and send individual stimulus payments, these individuals are at risk of not receiving their stimulus payment. Users simply answer a few questions and then choose to receive their payment via direct deposit or check. Social Security recipients and railroad retirees who haven't filed a tax return in the past 2 years will get stimulus payments automatically sent to the address or bank account where they receive their benefits. Payments for everyone else will be based on the adjusted gross income reported on their latest tax return, either 2018 or 2019. On Friday, the IRS released its own tool for non-filers, which can be found here, that serves the same function, to give people with no tax filing obligation, including veterans and Supplemental Security Income (SSI) recipients the opportunity to provide their direct deposit information for quicker payment. The requirements to use the IRS tool and TurboTax's tool are the same. How to use the TurboTax registration portal. Navigate to TurboTax's COVID-19 updates page and click Calculate your stimulus check payment. Once you've done this, scroll past the calculator to click the Register Now button. Keep in mind that this process will create a minimal tax return in lieu of a full tax return and submit it to the IRS so that the agency can process your stimulus payment. Who should use it? People with income below the standard deduction amounts for 2019, which are $12,200 for single filers, $18,350 for heads of household, and $24,400 for joint filers. Who should not use it? Anyone with income below the standard deduction amounts who wants to claim other refundable credits, like the Earned Income Tax Credit (EITC) for 2019. In order to claim refundable credits, you have to file a full tax return, even if you don't have a tax liability. You'll be asked to create a TurboTax account and then answer a series of questions: your name, birthday, social security number, a requirement to qualify for a stimulus payment, your occupation, the state you live in, whether you're claimed as a dependent on someone else's tax return, and whether you're considered legally blind. The next 2 pages will ask about your marital status and whether you have dependents as of December 31, 2019 so that TurboTax can recommend the best filing status for you. After that, you can enter your mailing address. TurboTax will also ask if you made money in any states other than where you live. Then you'll have a chance to review a summary of all the personal information you provided before confirming that you do not need to file a full tax return for 2019. If you decide you do, you can move over to the tax prep section of TurboTax. Finally, you'll get to choose whether you want to receive your stimulus payment by mail or direct deposit. Before submitting your minimal return, TurboTax wants to ensure your identity and will ask a question about last year's taxes and check it against IRS data. If your answer is correct, you'll move on to virtually sign your submission. TurboTax will send an email when your submission is accepted by the IRS. Why didn't it work? If you received an error message at some point in the process or your submission was unsuccessful, here are a few things to double-check. Your dependency status: if you're claimed as a dependent on someone else's tax return, you are not eligible for a stimulus payment. Your filing requirement: if you have a tax liability and are therefore required to file a tax return for 2019, you won't be able to submit a stimulus registration. The TurboTax software uses IRS data to cross-check your income information, so it won't allow you to proceed if you have a tax liability. You can use this tool on the IRS website to find out whether you need to file a full return or not. Your most recent tax return: if you already filed a tax return for 2018 or 2019, you cannot use the stimulus registration. Stimulus payments will be deposited the week of April 13. The IRS plans to begin sending automatic payments to Americans who qualify and have direct deposit information on file the week of April 13, according to Friday a news release. Those who qualify but haven't provided the IRS with bank information through a tax return, the IRS non-filers tool, TurboTax's online portal, or a Social Security or Railroad Retirement Benefits tax form will begin receiving paper checks beginning April 24, according to an internal document reviewed by The Washington Post. You must have a Social Security number and fall below the income threshold to qualify for a stimulus payment. Non-resident aliens, people without a Social Security number, and adult dependents are not eligible for stimulus payments. To get a stimulus payment, you need to have an AGI below $99,000 if you're a single filer, $136,500 if you file as head of household, or $198,000 if you're married and file jointly. If you haven't filed a tax return for 2018 or 2019 yet and are required to, you can also do that through TurboTax, Business Insider's pick for best tax software this year.